And how was your season in 2020?
It was a bit of a building process. We've been going through a bit of swing change and things like that. But the last couple of games, things are looking good for the 2021 season. That's where my focus is now aimed.
Up and down. Sunday 1 was not as good. I think Sunday 2 went better. Seeing I am in the top 10 at the moment.
The field has improved a lot this year. There's a whole lot of guys that have come into the league that can play, really good golf. So for me, even if I'm top 30, I'm happy.
Actually, the season started off actually quite great. I was on form and everything, and then I think like many golfers, the wonderful lockdown affected all of us. But I'm now recently getting back into form again, back to where I was. So I think, it's like this 20's not been too bad.
Yeah, I've been with Duckhook for a long time. I think this is the worst season I've actually had this year. But yeah, it hasn't been too bad. I'm not going to complain too much. We've been out with fellow Duckhookers and at least having fun, so that's the main thing.
These last couple of rounds that I've had were pretty good, and I qualified. So it was great to hear that on the live show. Absolute shock. I had to sit down somewhere.
It's been a great year. A lot of new people we met. It was a lovely time.
Well, got a win under the belt. So it's been a good year so far. Got back after lockdown with a good win at Germiston last week.
If I just take my game, just solid as ever, I think it's been the most solid I've played in terms of consistency. But I think in Duckhook itself, if I must say, just playing with all the guys around here and being part of a fantastic club.
It was a good season. My golf has really improved. I'm down to playing today off for 16, my lowest that I've ever played off, so I'm happy with that.
It's just been fun meeting a lot of new guys this year. The Classic, obviously, for me, that's probably the highlight of the year every year, and it definitely was this year. We had a really, really good time. Had a nice 200 round for the final day.
I haven't really played all that well. I think I kind of improved after lockdown, sort of away from Duckhook, and then I came on to Duckhook and I struggled a bit. But as always, it's been great fun.
At least I got one game, one Sunday under my belt, so that's all I really play for, and it's fun, man. It's just social, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you.
Been good. Been competing and contending in most couple of second places as usual. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Since I joined, it's been amazing. I don't think I've missed a game since. Been having a lot of fun with the boys. Been playing some phenomenal golf courses, which is really nice. And I can't wait for next season. It's going to be a good one.
I think it's actually been great. I had a major win and a Sunday league title win. We got second on the players game, so I think it's great.
My season was very up and down. I started off well the first 2 months, and then after the break I went through a big slump. Had one decent round again. From an organizer's point of view, I think it's been a great success. I think we pulled it back well after COVID. We still managed to fill the fields, so it's a big thanks to all our members and all our guests playing the events.
Oh, it's been phenomenal, I must be honest. Playing off a +4 as the touring pro. It's been tough, but I've made top 10 in the Sunday League 1, which I'm pretty stoked for, and qualify for the Summer Cup. This just makes me, it's great to see guys play at this level and I can compete with my handicap.
I couldn't have asked for anything better. I really had an amazing season. I think there was lots of luck involved, and after the break to then hit form a bit, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Onverbeterlike seisoen.
And what a great day it turned out to be at Germiston. I think we all woke up in the morning looking at the clouds and thinking, what's going to happen? But it's Duckhook weather, if everybody knows. Have you got wood around you? Touch it quick. Gentlemen, the season's over. There you go. Thank you for everybody who spoke to me. It was nice to catch up with them. And that's only a small portion of what I did ask the fellas, so there will be more to come in other shows. Let me say hello to everybody. And if you're wondering why it's this panel, you're probably wondering correct, because this is your Shootout captains. Well done, captains. Congratulations for being in the positions you are. And not only that, is we got the 3 league winners with us as well. The newest league winner, Randall Chetty. Randall, has it sunk in? How are you?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, hit home. When I got home, my family were waiting to see that trophy. Got a good welcome home at least. I didn't tell them how difficult it was to get it, but it was excellent.
Don't worry, your little. I was on course with you as you were finishing, so the guys who didn't see what was happening will soon see what happened. Before we move on, I quickly want to remind everybody that the Summer Cup is coming up next Friday. not only do we have Moment of the Season nominees for you to vote on, we always also have the Players Player of the Season. How this works is you're welcome to send me a private message, or you can vote now on the line and you can say who is your pick for Players Player of the Season. This does not necessarily mean it's the champion and the most who win. It's the guy who has made the biggest contribution all around, has been the best duck, if you know what I'm saying. So there has been votes, so keep voting. Everybody watching on the line, thank you for joining us. I'm sure you're very, very eager to see what the shootout teams are, who you'll be playing for, and most importantly, the Barbarian team. Fats, how much harassment have you had over the last 2 or 3 days?
I've had a couple of guys message me, just saying they are available for a pick if I want to choose them. But no real harassment, just a couple of messages saying, no, I am available for the Barbarian.
Fantastic. Well, everybody's got a good speech to give once they show their teams, and the vice captains were chosen, and there's reserves, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's get to Germiston quickly and recap the final game of the season. Well, this, if you didn't know, was the results. If you made the top 10, well done. Can you believe it? Robert Michael, after 7 years on the Duckhook Tour, takes the victory on 541 points only because he got the most points in the countback on the front 9. Matthew Whittle with a fantastic round of golf, also finishing on 41 points. Cohen Munyon, a good finish for him. Tied four gentlemen on -1, 37 points. Lyle Langley, Marty Becker, Rudy Mattia, nice to see him in form. Fats, there you are. You seem to like Germiston.
Yeah, I seem to play well there the last few times. Not sure why. I think it suits my eye, and it's quite a short golf course, especially the par 5s. They're all reachable in 2.
Yep.
So I think for most of the longer hitters, they really prefer that.
Then finishing up there, tied 8th, Dean Sherman and Euron Murthy on even par, and then tied 10th, Dana Perimal on +1. So congratulations to everybody. I'm sure those of you who know Robert Michael would have been very happy to see that he finished in the winner's circle. And obviously we caught up with him afterwards to find out what his thoughts were. Here it is.
I have to say, I'm feeling quite elated. It's really nice to win. You know, this is a social league, and it's nice to win amongst guys that can play golf. You know what I'm saying? I'm a high handicapper, but Duckhook squares out the handicaps nicely for you. They make it fair. So I'm really happy to have won, I must say. Played well today, I have to be honest.
And the winner of Germiston, an entry to the Summer Cup with an 800 Rand Duckhook credit voucher, 41 points, his first victory in 7 years with Duckhook, a massive applause.
Thank you to my coach, Coach Doe. 4 lessons for the year. It worked a treat.
Tell me, coming down the last, knowing that you can win it and need to make par on the last, tell me about the nerves.
Actually, I wasn't nervous on the last hole. It was the hole before that I was nervous. And I messed that hole up, actually. It was the short, I think it was a 350 meter par 4. And I put it right into the bushes, second shot into the bushes, third shot into the bushes, fourth shot on, 5 miss, 6, but because of the double stroke, you know, I still got 2-pointer there, so it kept me on -3. This last though, I played percentage golf. 3 wood, second shot, I had to play aggressively, and I went for it, and it worked out, you know. 3 on, 4 putt, 4 for 4.
Into the Summer Cup, the finals, major of the
Can
season.
you believe it? Eh?
Qualified as a winner.
I've been playing this league for, 7 years since the inception, and I must say, it feels good to win. I earned it, folks.
Awesome to see you. Well, there's 2 things I'm going to take out of that interview. 1, Coach Dylan, once again, one of his students rising to the top to win one. And 2, Fats, how good is the camaraderie from everybody when he was announced?
Yeah, it was amazing to see him. As I think Robert is just one of those players who does get along with everybody. He's a great guy. He always stays for a couple of drinks, always full of laughs and jokes, even though his jokes take about 3 weeks to get to the point. But yeah, all round great guy. You can see the way the guys cheered him on when we announced the victory, and well deserved. Like you said, he's been playing with us for 7 years. It's his first victory and well deserved.
Very, very well deserved. Well, let's quickly take you through his scorecard. And you pretty much just need to look at the last 4 holes of each 9. He started on the back 9, which is the 10th, and not the greatest start, but then if you look at the 15th, there's a par on the par 3, 15th, 3 points. Par on the par 5, 16th, 3 points. Then another double stroke on the 17th, 3 points. And then closest to the pin shot on the par 3, 18th, that made 4 points. So that he pulled his round totally back there to get 18 points for that 9. And then he went undamaged for the next 4 holes, staying at even par. And then dropped to +2. And then the next 4 holes of his closing 9. A birdie on the 6th hole, which is a stroke 1, which is a great birdie. So things shining on him there.
Stroke 3.
It was a stroke 2. Yes, you're right. The 7th made a par on the par 3. And then, as he described, he was in the bushes in the 8th. And then a clutch putt, as you saw, to get to -5 and to take the victory. Fantastic, Robert. Well done and congratulations. But we can't just focus on Roberts, because there was another amazing round of golf. Fats is going to take us through Matthew's round of golf, who came in tied second, or tied first, if you want to say.
Yeah, so we know Matt started at 1. He started off with a par. He dropped a couple of shots, and then on the 5th he made a double bogey. But from there on in, just look at that scorecard. I mean, there was only 1 drop shot, a birdie, and a great eagle. Apparently it was a chipping eagle on 16 for a back 9 of 32 under, 34. For a 8 handicapper, that's an amazing round of golf, especially on the back 9. Or you can just say the last 14 holes. I mean, he played the last 14 holes in 2 under par.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Unbelievable. It's good to see. So that was the results from the tournament side. But then it came down to Series 2. Final hole just about. And Randall, this is where you come in. I've already asked you, I feel, but the guys want to see. And this is what happened on the 18th. Mr. Randall, final hole of Series 2 season.
Yeah.
All but in the bag.
It was tough.
Yep.
Still, I think still need to hit a good shot here. He got one back on this hole, yeah. So yeah, I think it's down to this last hole. Let's see what happens.
On.
Just right.
Lucky, good fight up to the 18th.
Thank you.
How was it?
It was tough. A lot of pressure today, but good fun. Yeah. That's handling pressure like a pro. Well done.
Hardest part of your life, Randall?
No, I tell you, it was tough out there today.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I just started very badly. I think I made 8 points on the front 9. And yeah, I think when I started the back 9, much better. Struck the ball much better. And yeah, barely just brought it home.
Tell me, how does it feel to be Sunday League 2 champion?
Jeez, after today, very excited to finally pull it off. It's it was tough. Lucky made me work for it, but yeah, I mean, it was brilliant.
And the winner by 1 point over the whole season, and the captain of the Sunday Series 2 Shootout team, 277 points, Randall.
Thanks, guys. I think it's a year's. When you go through this, you think about from the start to where we here today, and I think it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm so chuffed with myself. I made it a bit tough today for myself, but what I said was, don't worry what happened today. It's a tournament for the whole year, and through the year I played very well. So yeah, I'm actually chuffed with myself.
And it was very tough for you because you had already missed a league event. So you didn't have room to shoot too low. And both you and Lukey struggled through it. So talk us through your round and that last chip on the 18th, because you had to put that close.
Yeah, listen, it was really tough for me and Lukey. The first 9 I shot 8 points. Lukey as well. Yeah, he had not a great game. I think where the pressure came on the back 9, I started well. I started par, and I thought things were coming right for me. And then I went and blew another hole, which really put a spanner in the works again. The turning point for me, I birdied the par 5, and then I made a good bogey on the next hole. I think it was number 14, if I'm not mistaken. And I went up to the par 3, and I knew what I had to do. And I shot into the water. And Lukey, I was up first. And Lukey teed it up and hit it in the water as well. So it was one of those days. It was tough. Really made it difficult. Then coming to par 3 mess, I knew I had to make par because of Lukey's once. Obviously, this was his bad score, and his other score kicked in. I think he shot 32 points, and I had to make 26 on the day to win. So I knew I had to make a par. And I think it's the best up and down I've made under that pressure with the camera. Thanks, Mez, for the camera. And it was a great up and down I made on that to win it.
Yeah, very tough. Okay, well, if people want to know what your season was like, take us through your season.
Listen, I was solid. To be honest, when I came into Germiston, I was actually, I had confidence that I was going to shoot at least 32 points. Looking at my season, I mean, the scores were all worse before Germiston was 34. I had a solid games. The previous games in Series 1 as well, I was 34, 33 points. Through the whole season, I didn't miss Woodhill. So Germiston, the pressure was on there as well. Through the whole season, I think I played well this season. Just the last one, we'll put to everyone's due a bad game. Unfortunately, that was at the last game.
Simon, can I just ask you quickly, is your Ferrari still in the garage? Because I think I just heard it disappear in the background there.
Nah, it's safe.
It's safe. Locked away. All right, great. So, now we know we have our 3 champions, and all 3 of you at the bottom have qualified for all the majors next season, which I'm sure you're very, very happy about. Just gives you extra opportunity.
Captain?
What about the
Barbarians captain? And I get also qualification for the majors. Discrimination.
Self-nominated Barbarians captain. I'm not so sure.
No.
Maybe if you win the tournament, we can relook this. Okay, so let's go through the stats quickly of Germiston. I've got the boys to help me. It's always interesting. Let me slow it a bit down. It's always interesting to see the numbers. Here it is. The stats from Germiston for everybody who played. Take us through this, Donnie.
Obviously I enjoyed Germiston. It's quite one of the, how can I say, easiest but still toughest tracks, all depending on what time you play it. But as you can see on the day, we had 4 eagles. I know Baz got an eagle, Matthew Whittle, myself. Can't remember who the 4th one was that got an eagle on the course, but a good amount of birdies as well, 52, 394 pars. Unfortunately, 412 bogeys on the day. I know I had a couple of them.
Yep.
And then double bogeys, 272, where 2 was from me, so I just contributed there. Then the triple bogeys, 128, and then others, 16. It's a pity about the others. I don't think the course was playing that tough on the day to get those. But and we can see total shots of 6,456 shots.
There you go. So if you're watching and you made that eagle, the one that we are missing, let us know. Drop on the bottom who made that eagle. Okay, the featured hole we decided to feature at Germiston was the par 5 16th because it was reachable for many of the players, and we wanted to see what the stats would come out. This is how it looked.
There's 2 eagles, which is a bit surprising. I would have thought there might have been 1 or 2 more. I know Basil got the closest in 2 there, which was a little tap-in eagle. And the second one, as we mentioned, was Matthew with the chipping eagle there. We had 8 birdies, which I also think could be a bit more. 25 pars, 19 bogeys, 15 double bogeys, and then 2 triple bogeys, which is not great for such a short par 5. But also, it's not the easiest of drives. You're out of position. You struggle to get onto the green for 3 or 4 shots.
There we go. Okay. Who got the pins? The 2 closest in 2 and the closest to the pin. Well, these are the gentlemen. Some familiar names. It was on the par 4 9th. Rudy Mattia getting the close to the pin. That must have been a great shot. Fats, you played with him. Was it a good shot?
Yeah, it was. We were all on the left side of the fairway. About, I think, 130 in, 125, and he hit a little gap wedge. About 3 meters from the pin. Unfortunately, missed the birdie, but really good second shot.
Basil getting the close in 2, put it really, really close on that par 5 16th, and then Robin Michael getting it closest on the par 3 18th. So congratulations. We're going to go to the groups. Let's have a look at what the groups were on the day and who, and if you got it correct. Group A, well done, Fats. You took it on 1 under.
My first group victory.
Well done. First one. Over the Butties, Pranay and Jason Dedica. Then Rudy Mattia, your playing partner, also on -1, taking his group over Ryan Jensen, Kevin O, Fricky Barnard, and Carl van der Linde. And then Dean Sherman on even, taking group C over Donna Permel, Jason Jenica, Ryan Titmus, and Jakub Jacobs. Right, let's go to page 2 and see what page 2 has entailed for us. Group D. Martinez Becker, -1, taking his group against Gerard. Paul Vickery didn't arrive, but Jacques Ramsey and Jan Cadrea did. -5 was the winner. If he was in a group, he was obviously going to win it. Well done, Robert. I think this is probably your first victory as well. Over Dylan, myself, Billy Hall, and Russell Tandy. And then on +2, Basil Wright taking Group F over Brayton, Steve Zolas, Jaco de Kock, and Charles Pereira. Right, let's just come out quickly then. All important head-to-head teams. Red versus blue. Well, this is what happened. Who took who on? Right, it's coming, I promise. Ryan Esmond was the captain for the red team, 6 points. Cyril Stein, captain for the blue team, 4 points. So, if I have it right, I think the red team's finally won one because the blue team have been dominating. To go through it quickly, Cyril did beat his opposing captain from +4. Well done. JP Atwood beating Hanu. Chad Rose beating Graham de Villiers. Lyle Langley beating Coach Dylan de Beer. Then there was Leon did not arrive on the day, so the point goes to Jan Potgieter. And so the points, the guys who didn't arrive, it actually evens itself out. I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. So well done to the red team and everybody that took place. We are almost there with Germiston. Let's have a look at the winning 4-ball. Winning 4-ball usually has the winner in it, but not this time round. It was Gideon Richter +2, Trevor Miller +6, and then Cohen Munyan -2, and Nuran Murthy even on 90 points -18. Best gross scores for the day. I can tell you that the best score was 70, and that came from Basil Wright. Donnie, another in the featured again. I never have to move your face off this graphic, Donnie. I pretty much either move you left or right. So it's 74. Matthew Woodall, make it into the top 5 of the best gross shooters, 75. Dylan de Beer, also very consistent. And Hanu Oosthuizen in 76. Blows. So, just to recap, here it is, the final after 8, or was it 9? 9 events of the Sunday Series 2. This is how it all ends up. Randall Chetty by 1 single point. Just showing you testament to how tight our leagues are, gentlemen.
I think great to see. Sorry, Don.
No, go Fats.
No, it was great to see it once again coming down to the wire, especially this one to the last hole. It's a shame that Randall had a big lead and it was a tough day out for him. Luckily, he still managed to take it away with the 1 point after a consistent season. Fricky only 10 points behind, but I think it was a bit too much to catch up for the last one. But Luki as well, a really well played, great season for the Sunday 2 league.
Donnie, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, no, I just think just from my perspective, also being one of the guys only by winning by 1 point, you can see the Sunday leagues are quite tight and quite close, so that's the quite nice thing I think about the 3 leagues even in and out at the same time. Everybody's stepping up their game to play better, so it's not there's not a lot of runaway victories, and that's the nice thing. It's like I think everybody is trying to improve their golf, and that's good to see. I really enjoy that. That there's guys going up there playing well, competing. So yeah,
great to see.
Kudos to everybody.
You were the only one who walked away with it by 5 points. You made it look easy at Germiston in the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so.
We'll give it to you. You just outplayed them on the day. I think your permutation was a bit easier on the day. You just had to beat your playing partners and it was secured. All right. Finally, this is the second last time I'm going to be showing this graphic because there's only one event left, and that will be the decider of who will be the Duckhook player of the season. Can you believe Ricky Bonner now tops the standings after his match play ranking points came into the fray. He got 450 ranking points, and that jumps him above Luki Janssen. But it's only by 4 points. Earbolt is on 125, Jason on 113. So I'm going to be realistic when it comes to averages. I think if one of the top 3 win the Summer Cup and earn 850 ranking points, that could decide it. It will be very interesting afterwards. And we'll see a frantic Ryan Jensen busy typing in all the scores so we can now know who is the champion once we get to the awards. Any money on anyone here, gentlemen?
If I had money, I'd put it on Eval.
Okay, go for it. Put it on.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my
Fats in terms of things.
Donnie?
Yeah, my bet, obviously, my partner, Frikkie.
Obviously.
Randall, I think he'll do it.
Randall, you came close, but I think a little too far. But we don't know.
Listen, I must win and hope
yes.
the top 4 has a bad one. But for me, I think Luki. I think Luki is... you just strike out Germiston. I think if you look previous to that, he has been solid. So I think he can also pull it off.
I'm going to put in Frikkie's comment here because Frikkie generally knows what he's talking about when it comes to these numbers and permutations. There's 10 guys that can take the player of the year. Well, in that case, you're in it, Randall. So don't give up.
Yeah.
Have a go. Have a go. It's open for everybody. Okay. It's the time we've been waiting for. And now it's time to divulge the shootout teams. So if you haven't worked it out exactly, because you know it's the top 10 of the Thursday, Sunday, and Sunday that go into teams, but if guys are featuring in more than one, the team that they're highest in, they will go into that team, allowing space for other guys. Okay, so before we do that, I'm going to push this button and knight you all as captains. Bang, there you go. Fast Barbarian, Simon Thursday. Johnny says 1.
There you go.
Just like that, bang. Okay. Simon, we're going to start with you. Are you ready to reveal your team?
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Here we go. Thursday League team. Here it is. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, look. I mean, I got a nice mix of Jason disappeared. I think I've got a nice mix of low handicappers and high handicappers, and it's always good to have Kevin in my team because whenever I play well, Kevin plays better. So it's nice to have him around.
As you see, Peter Prinsloo, Earbolt, Lyle Langley, Sarl Steyn was not in this team until he won at Glen Vista, and now he's back in the team. Very, very happy to be in the team. Ryan Jensen, Ryan Esmond, Dorian Free, Basil Wright. So you got a couple of low guys, but in speaking to many, they say this could be the toughest team to beat. So how will it all unfold on the 28th of February? Simon, your captains. This
my vices, I got 2 vices in terms of Peter Prinsloo. Peter and I get on really well, and Ryan is the second one. So I think I'm pretty sorted there. I've got a lawyer and I've got the OQ who controls the handicap. So I think we're okay.
Very, very good. Yeah, you've got all bases covered. We wouldn't expect anything less from you, Simon. Anything less. Okay, so congratulations to the Thursday League side that will be playing in the shootout. Donnie, it's your turn. Are you ready to introduce your team for the shootout?
Yes, yes.
Right, here we go. Promise you, here it comes. A bit of a delay.
All right. Okay, well, as we can see, I've got Cornel Erasmus on the team, my partner Frikkie Barnard, Hannu Oosthuizen, Gideon Richter, Barry Venter, Johandre Swanepoel, Leon Oosthuizen, Paul Ricketts, and then Graham de Villiers. Told you, Graham, you're going to be in. So, it's quite a good team as well. It's quite a good mixture. I've got myself and Anu is quite like sort of scratch handicappers. Then we've got a couple of mid handicappers, and then we've got a couple of mid to high handicappers as well. So for me, it's a good balanced team. Looking at how the guys played over the season, most of the guys had top 5s and top 10 finishes, and then we have 2 event winners as well. So yeah, it's going to be a good team and a good day out.
And who are your vice captains?
Oh, well, obviously it's like the first pick will be Frikkie.
Surprise!
Had to make him the co-captain, and then old Paul Ricketts. I think Paulie will bring also a different insight into the picks and everything. So that's why I had to go for the 2 of them.
Congratulations! A lot of work.
Make sure you bring subtitles for Paul.
Yes.
At least I don't have to bring pictures.
Yes. Randall, it's your turn. Are you ready to divulge and announce your team? Here it is. Here it is. Sunday Series 2, top 10. Go for it, Randall.
Yeah, thanks, Maz. Yeah, my team, Lukey, Ronnie, Charles, Kobus, Jason, Alan, Dean, Billy, and Brighton. Yeah, great team. Also a mix of handicaps, high, some low handicaps as well. A bit early to tell, but these guys also hitting some form. Hopefully they'll carry to the shootout. And obviously the Barbarians are the odd ones out because Pats is we'll know his team shortly. But looking at the 3 teams, I think it's quite well matched. It's going to be a great shootout.
It's come out fantastic. Okay, what are your vice captain picks?
Yeah, so my vice captains, I picked Lukey and Ronnie. Those are my vice captains. I didn't let them know that they're going to hear it for the first time on here line today. But yeah, I'm sure I'll have the support and we'll put a good showing at the shootout.
Congratulations to all the vice captains from Thursday and the 2 Sunday leagues. Right, we've reached that point in time where we're about to announce the Barbarians team. Let's just remind everybody of what the criteria was to get into this team. There was a couple. It doesn't mean you have to hit all of the criteria, but you need to be there and thereabouts.
Yeah, so basically we had a chat a while back to see how we're going to do this. And we thought, let's have some criteria just as a starting point, we have a look at loyalty members, the amount of events guys play throughout the season, their season performance, ranked players in top rankings, top 30, top 40, top 20 ranked players, any league winners, major winners, special event winners who didn't make it into any of the other teams. So yeah, that's basically the criteria. And as Maz said, you didn't have to hit all of them. So yeah, it was a good mix of the guys that was left over for me to choose from. I'm really happy with it.
Okay, here we go. I'm about to push the button, everybody. Are you ready? When I push it, in 3 seconds it will come up. Are we ready? The Barbarians team for 2021 at the Eye of Africa. Here it is. 3, 2, 1, bang.
Right, great stuff. Thanks, Maz. Just to quickly go through it, Dana was, of course, my first pick. He played 27 events throughout the season. He was the top ranked player, top 20 in the Sunday 1 and Sunday 2 without making it to the top 10, as well as he had 2 league victories, 1 league victory and the Challenge 500 that he won. So that was quite an easy pick for me to make. And my captain of last year. So it's great to have him on my team. Mark Borragero also really solid here. Just missed out on the Thursday shootout team. Also played most of the events. And then Ruben, I think he's currently ranked 5th. So definitely a good asset on the team. Couldn't give out Robert Michael. Just improving as the season goes on. Just shows for the victory he had last week. So great to have him on the team. Double stroking and taking points away from other teams. And then Rudy as well. Great season. Unlucky not to make it into any of the other teams, but great asset to the Barbarians. Renee as well. I mean, he played a lot of events this year. I think 27 events. Also made it into the top 10, well, top 20 of the Sunday 1 and Sunday 2 teams. He's in the top 30 rankings. So I picked, and then of course we had to pick Maz.
Yeah.
My left-hand man played almost all the events. I think didn't miss one this year. 34 events played this year, or 31 events. Also just missing out on the top 10 of the Sunday 2. Coach Dylan, have to have as support, help us on the day beforehand for match play. Also a great season, solid player. And then Oki Brits, who's played most of the events with us this year as well. Also the top 50 ranked players, he qualified Summer Cup, so another great pick.
Right, and your vice captains, here we go. Your vice captains out of the 10.
So obviously Maz, you're going to be my vice captain. I don't think there's anybody that knows the players better than you do, especially when it comes to matchups on the day. And then Ruben Swart, he was my vice captain at Highland Gate for Team Fats. Also a great mind with pairing oats and going about match play.
There's a lot of comments saying the Barbarian team is very strong. I like to see that because it is very strong, and I think it's very strong all around. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. If you're wondering when the matchups are going to be done, well, we'll do that just before the actual events, only next year. And then that is going to be interesting. Then we'll match who's going to play who's going to play who. I look forward to that. Okay, there are reserves. Now these are the 5 reserves. So how it works is if people cannot make it from a team, that captain can choose from this list. If there's more that is needed, there are other reserves that can come in to the reserves, which we also have, but they don't feature here. I can't put the whole list down. So, are you ready for the reserves? Here you are. The reserves for the shootout next year is, starting with Nicky Valengoed. Nicky is a reserve. Richard Stewart is on the reserve bench. Tian Schmullian, Martinez Becker, and Peter Zakario. Congratulations for making the reserve bench. So, let's see if you make it or not. You're more than welcome to carry the drinks for us on the day if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. And the orange juices, or the Radlers, should we say. Okay, now, we need to quickly draw which team takes on which team. So how are we going to do this, right? So we played in the mornings. We've got Team A versus Team B, and then Team C versus Team D, which will then go in, the winners will then go into a final, and third, fourth, will be the losers, which will be played in the afternoon matchup. So very, very busy indeed. Okay, the way we decided to do this, seeing that we're all sitting in different venues, is I've got a coin. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to spin the coin. So I'm randomly going to choose 2 guys, and we spin. And who it lands on, they can decide who they would like to take on and the other team. So let's do this. I'm going to choose Fats and Simon. Heads or tails, Fats? Heads or tails?
Heads.
This one is heads. Okay, here we go. It's landed on tails. Okay, Simon, you win. Who would you like to play?
Your first last 3.
Who would you like to? Which team?
I think I'm going to take on Sunday 2 in the semis.
There we go. So, Thursday League is taking on Sunday Series 2. Simon versus Randall. That means, obviously, Fats is taking on Series 1. Very, very interesting. So, well done, everybody. Well done to everybody who made it. It's going to be epic. It's just a pity it's so far away. It's like 2 months away. But the last 2 have been absolutely epic. And that's it for today's show. So, thank you for watching.
Maz,
yes.
Just before we go off, Like I said before, I just wanted to share some info with Fats. So, Fats, I just actually Googled before the show the Barbarian Football Club's record against national teams in rugby. So I know it's not rugby that we play playing golf, but going on the stats of that, I think it's quite interesting. So the Barbarians have a 0-win record against Russia, British and Irish Lions, and England. So that's a 0-win streak. So Randall, maybe we need to think of rugby shirts in those three. But then the fourth team that's got the best record against the Barbarian team, just to show you guys, is the All Blacks.
I'm trying to see where this off button for Donnie's camera is.
I don't know.
Where's this off
I
button?
think it's going to be an interesting matchup there, the Barbarians against Sunday 1. I think it's couple versus couple. It's Donnie and Fricky versus Fats and Ruben.
I can smell a matchup there.
Right.
So yeah, just some interesting stats there.
Okay. I'm going to close off. And this is how I'm going to close off. Donnie, Concepts is having a Black Friday deal. And these are the packages. But not only can you do these packages, you can book time with you, Donnie, so they can do whatever they want.
That is correct. So obviously, what we want to try and do for that time, it's basically to come through, just assess your current club. So it's basically having a look if your lie angles are correct, your length, your grips. And obviously from there we can see is I can help you guys in the right direction to either replace shafts or replace grips or bending your clubs to the correct lie angle. So yeah, guys, take advantage of that. If you want to play your best golf, all those small things does matter. It's like your club comes into the turf at a certain angle. If it's not correct, the ball will deviate off course.
Yeah.
Same scenario with length and grip size. So yeah,
come
through. Give me a shout. Most of you guys have got my telephone number or, fittings at golfconcepts.co.za. So pop us a mail or give me a shout and we can book you in.
And like I mentioned, it doesn't have to be that specific package. If there's something specific you want, get hold of Donnie. Think of him as a doctor. Doctor, I need help.
Yeah.
Please help me fix this. And then Dr. Donnie, I think we should put a thing on top of his room, Dr. Donnie. Dr. Donnie will assist you in making you a better player. So hopefully you can beat one of these gentlemen at the bottom next year and somebody else can win the title because that's what we like to see. Everybody, thank you for watching. That's it for the third episode of The Golf Show. When are we back on air? We're back on air on Monday because it's the preamble to the Summer Cup and we're doing the draw of the field, totally random. It's going to be awesome. So don't miss out. Thank you, everybody. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Cheers, boys.
Go Barbarians.